The Jace Malek True Spirit Award is an award given at the discretion of the WIAA Board President. The award honors the memory of former West Valley High School of Spokane student-athlete Jace Malek, who lost his life to cancer while a student at the University of Idaho. Known for his strong, positive attitude and work ethic, Malek's high energy and spirit influenced fellow students and teammates throughout his short life. Students selected for this award should be known for their actions that reinforce healthy culture, a strong, fair, competitive spirit, and an infectious love of life, all qualities that were found in Jace Malek's life. JonJon Kinley was born in Guatemala in 2002. The first 8 weeks of his life were spent at the hands of human traffickers until he was rescued by police and placed in the care of an orphanage many miles from his birthplace. This orphanage, his first home, was his world. He was raised there by people who fed and cared for him, and he was educated at the school on the orphanage property. This place was home to up to 500 children, many with the same first names. He was given the nickname JonJon as a way to identify him from other boys named John. Although it was obvious to anyone that met JonJon that he was one of a kind. JonJon was born with spina bifida, which causes scoliosis in the spine. He also struggles with muscular difficulties. At 8 years old, his parents, Todd and Jamie, were finally able to bring JonJon home to Colfax. They fell in love with JonJon during one of their many church mission trips to the orphanage, and by no coincidence, they would become family.
The adoption process took about 3.5 years. We were pretty anxious to get JonJon home to be a part of our family, but also his spine was getting worse and worse by the day.
But we're thankful for loving family support and a strong community behind us, eager to want to help JonJon as best they could.
In an effort to stop the curving of his spine, he endured painful casts, 8 months of separate spinal tractions, 3 major spine surgeries, and 2 other exploratory surgeries. The last surgery fused 90% of his spine, anchoring it to his pelvis. During the grueling recovery process of one of his early spinal surgeries, JonJon told his parents that he just wanted to be able to run like other kids someday. JonJon has persevered through many trials, showing us what it means to have joy in the midst of struggle. He doesn't let his physical challenges stop him from being involved. He has never felt sorry for himself, and he doesn't put limits on himself. He just works harder. He is a light to his community, including the basketball and track and field teams. In 2019, JonJon was a state champion in the WIAA 2B ambulatory 200-meter dash and the discus, and placed second in the 100-meter dash. JonJon also helped lead the Colfax boys track team to win the boys 1A, 2B, and 1B team ambulatory championship in 2019. Another example of JonJon's competitive spirit and work ethic is shown as he loves to compete in the 1600-meter race, even though it is not an ambulatory event. JonJon also plays on the Colfax JV and C squad basketball team.
We love having JonJon part of our program. He always has a smile on his face and is a great team guy, and I think that's one thing we really stress in a program is a team-first approach. He's loved by his teammates. He comes to practice every day with an incredible work ethic, and like I said, we just love that he's part of our program and really what it means to be a Colfax Bulldog.
JonJon brings a true love to the arena of sport, track, court, and classroom, spreading his infectious love of life to others just like Jace Malek did. JonJon's school administration, coaches, and teachers have much to say about the positive effect he has on his peers and the culture of Colfax School District, as he is a leader in the classroom with a 3.87 GPA.
This young man has not only shown a lot of inspiration, but has also shown a lot of perseverance in some of the things that he's battled physically, and I just want to say how proud I am of him for that. JonJon's a true inspiration, and I don't think that he'll be someone who's going to ever limit himself. I think he'll be someone who's going to be successful, and he's going to take whatever struggles he's been through and he's going to build them and be successful. I think it's something that's a unique quality of his.
JonJon has been involved in FCCLA, jazz band, even a frequent guest speaker at Gonzaga University, encouraging future teachers. Administrators and coaches at other schools have also noticed JonJon and how he has helped encourage teamwork and the joy of competition among his peers. He always seems to have a cheering section from other District 7 schools. This is a reflection of how his life has inspired others. JonJon's future goals include being a history teacher or working in the scientific engineering fields.
You know, one of the privileges of being the executive board president is that I get to choose the recipient of the Jace Malek True Spirit Award. For me, that was an easy choice. It was JonJon Kinley. Knowing all the adversity that JonJon's been up against, the battles he's overcome, and yet he continues to compete as a multi-sport athlete, it's truly inspiring. That's what this award is all about, and I know Jace would be proud to have John accept this award in his name.
If I had a word to describe JonJon Kinley, it would be selfless. I think that he's out there on that track, obviously for a reason, but he's out there working and touching kids' lives. That he works hard, he encourages, and I don't think I've ever seen John have a bad day. And if he's having a bad day, you'll never know it. But if you're having a bad day, he's going to make it better.